everyone, so big news today about Warner Bros. And Paramount merger. So looks like the shareholder, they voted for this merger to happen. It's a $111 billion worth merger. However, the funny thing about this shareholder voting is this: all the shareholder, they majority of them, they vote against David Zaslav's payday. So that's really funny. I thought they all rejected the idea of David Zaslav getting, I think he's supposed to get paid like 500 something. Oh my God, how much money we are talking? 560 something $1 million bonus pay for David Zaslav. So looks like shareholders, they did vote against that. So other day I was seeing this article, like David Zaslav, he came out and he's saying he didn't want this merger to happen. And I'm here like, seriously, David Zaslav, you're the reason Warner Bros. They are selling their Warner Bros. To Paramount. Of course, this merger happened a couple of months ago. Obviously, I had not time to make this video on this topic, so I have not given out my opinion. But if I'm being honest about this merger, so when I first heard that Netflix is buying Warner Bros., I saw everyone was so angry. Whoa, Netflix getting Warner Bros. That sucks. That's death of theater. Blah blah. Everyone was crying when Netflix got the deal. But then later on, of course, Netflix lost the deal to Paramount because Paramount bid it even higher amount. Then I see all these people online. They're losing their mind for Paramount to buy Warner Bros. Obviously, a lot of people do not like Paramount's owner, like David Ellison. So for them, when I saw that, I was like, seriously, people? When Netflix buying Warner Bros., you are mad. Now that Paramount buying Warner Bros., you are still mad. So I'm gonna be honest here. So I personally wish, of course, everyone's, I wish Warner Bros. Didn't need to be sold out to anyone, but since that isn't the option because Warner Bros. Under so much debt, so I was personally hoping that Netflix will buy Warner Bros. For my personal reason, because then all Warner Bros. Library will be available on Netflix. Anytime I will be able to watch any HBO show I want to see. Because HBO is premium subscription, so I don't have HBO, so that is the reason I have not seen so many great shows. So I was personally hoping Netflix will buy them, but when Netflix couldn't buy, now that Paramount buying, so Paramount buying Warner Bros., I have personally no problem. If you can run Warner Bros., go ahead, buy it. But the only thing I think Paramount is they're not making, I guess, that many movies. They're definitely not Warner Bros. Level studio, movie maker. So that's the only thing I guess I worry that because end of the day, Warner Bros. Does win, does honor of all this franchise I love personally, of course DC and Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. These are the franchise I am personally fan, Game of Thrones. So the studio like Paramount, can they handle all this big IP? That is my only concern, because Paramount, beside the Maverick movie, Top Gun Maverick, how many Paramount it is actually making movie? That's my only thing. I do not care about all this stuff online people care about, honestly. So that's my only concern about movie making. Other than that, of course, Warner Bros. Is huge studio. Owning Warner Bros., it is a big deal. So I do feel sad that Netflix couldn't win this. But then again, all these people were so angry. Netflix buying Warner Bros., death of theater, blah, blah. So same people now crying for Paramount owning Warner Bros. So we live in a very weird world. So that being said, of course, shareholder will vote for this merger because they're the one who is gonna profit from this, because end of the day, Paramount is paying them $31 per share. So it's a huge deal. All these people who own Warner Bros., they will be rich now. However, I don't know how Paramount will hold on to Warner Bros. That will be interesting to see. All this petition against this merger online, I see, every time I see this, all this petition is signing, all this big movie maker and the studio, not studio, sorry, all this filmmaker, actor, they're against this merger, like they're signing petition. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, why you guys care about this merger? Of course they care because, Warner Bros. Were paying them big paycheck. Warner Bros. Obviously was a very dumb studio that, obviously they were under so much debt. So do I personally feel like, these people are signing petition, they are here for movie, blah blah? No, they are here for their personal gain, because end of the day Warner Bros. Were like giving people big paycheck. Like, do you guys even know Margot Robbie? She made $50 million from Barbie movie. Like, wow, that's like crazy. And Joker movie was lost so much. Like, Warner Bros. Honestly, it was dumb studio. They like did make all this woke movie. Like, yeah, it's true that Warner Bros. Did win like best picture at the Oscar, one battle after another. But that movie lost so much money at the box office. Like, who cares? They were losing money in a lot of movies. Of course, they did have a record-breaking year last year, but it doesn't matter if you are just losing money for this dumb project after dumb project, So some of them make money, so still you are not out of the debt. That is the proof here, end of the day. The reason Disney is still #1 studio in Hollywood, because, Disney always green-lighting movie will make money. I'm talking about Disney original movie, I suppose, not the sequel and prequel, because they are like, they are not all of them are hits. So, however, I feel like, yeah, Warner Bros. They did made a lot of dumb decision, like last DC Universe was flop, so they did lose a lot of money. Okay, maybe last 2 years was successful for them, but it didn't like make them debt free or anything like that. So I think, yeah, I know a lot of people are sad that Warner Bros. Is brought by another studio. It's really sad thing, but that is what happening. So, what can we do? Yeah, I'm personally, it's a little bit sad, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this merger. If you enjoy this video, don't watch other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.